The Second Amendment is not designed for black people.
Let's see what it says. A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. It says absolutely nothing about race whatsoever.
Amir Locke was in his own home, asleep, in legal possession of a firearm, and had committed no crime.
Yes, the same thing happened to Duncan Lamp, a white man. So you're not proving that the Second Amendment wasn't built for black people. You're proving that the government's corrupt, the police are corrupt, and there are plenty of pro-Second Amendment groups that want to ban no-knock warrants nationwide. One such group was the Libertarian Party, which I happen to be a member of, and the whole reason I got into TikTok was to campaign for our presidential candidate in 2020, Joe Jorgensen, who campaigned with the intent to ban no-knock raids nationwide. But I guess some people just wanted to get rid of Trump so bad that they were willing to replace him with somebody who was significantly worse.
Now compare that to Kyle Rittenhouse, who was in illegal possession of a firearm.
No, he wasn't. The court threw the charges out because there was an exemption for minors carrying weapons that were longer than 16 inches long, which the rifle he had was.
Crossed state lines with
Also wrong. The gun never left Wisconsin and stayed in Wisconsin. It was lent to him by an adult friend of his, which is legal.
it and murdered 3 people, and not only lived to tell the story, but was acquitted on the grounds of self-defense.
Murder is premeditative and requires the intention to kill right off the bat. Kyle Rittenhouse did not use any lethal force until he was backed into a corner and had no alternative left. That is self-defense. Whether you want to acknowledge it as such or not is irrelevant. You can disagree with the facts all day long. You're still wrong. It's not an opinion.
Because you could be a white person in America, you could murder all of your classmates, you could go in and kill protesters, you could go on a racial rampage and still be taken into police custody.
Your blatant racial stereotyping aside, have you ever heard of Daniel Shaver? The police were called to his hotel room and proceeded to make him crawl on his hands and knees while he was unarmed, and they still shot him dead. The police officer right here, still alive and well, got paid leave for shooting and killing an unarmed man who was crawling on his hands and knees begging for his life. You can go look up the video if you'd like. But forget all this. Let's say everything you're saying is right, and the police are racist, the government's racist, and they're out to get black people, and if you're black and have a gun, you're next. If anything, that's all the more reason you should be arming yourselves. At the end of the day, good ideas do not require force, coercion, or scare tactic. The fact that your beliefs require you to spread all this misinformation and fear-mongering shows that what you're really standing on doesn't hold up on its own.